Hi everyone. I wanted to make a video to introduce myself to you, let you know a little bit about me, a little bit about my fitness journey, how I got started with Beachbody and Shakeology, the Beachbody products and Shakeology, because I started as a customer, as a challenger, and how I became a coach, and also how that has changed my life since about a year ago when I started being a coach. To start, my name is Cheryl. I am married. I have one dog, one cat, chickens, a few cows, and a farm. I am from Michigan. Um, I I've never actually put this into words, all of this information, so I hope that it doesn't get too long. But to start, I've always been a very athletic person in school, in high school. So that was like, over 10 years ago. But I have always been a very athletic person. So I've always been a fit person. Um, I have actually also always been underweight for my age. Like my doctor always told me I was underweight. But in high school, I was fit and I felt healthy. Um, I actually weighed the most I ever have my senior year of high school, which was still underweight for my age group, but I was in soccer. I did a lot of soccer and I had a lot of muscle from that, especially my legs from running and stuff. So I was I at that point I was at my healthiest my senior year in high school. So then the year after high school, I played a little soccer, but I didn't do much, but I did play a little soccer. And then slowly I just stopped being so active. I was a server for a while, and I also worked in a kitchen at a hospital. So with those jobs, if you've ever worked in the food industry, you know that you usually don't sit down with those jobs. You are moving all the time, and it's not really like exercise. I'm not raising my heart rate, but it's still an active lifestyle. You're still moving quite a bit because as a waitress, if you sit down, you're not making money. So you've got to keep moving and keep your tables happy. So I was always still at least a little active. I didn't do a lot of exercising. I would try here and there to do a few of the home exercises. I never went to a gym. I lived too far away from a gym and I couldn't afford a gym. They're too expensive and I just didn't see myself going enough to make it worth it. Then I ended up getting a job at a bank. So I was a teller for a while and I stood um, at in my little window. So I was standing, but I wasn't doing any moving around, and I did notice that I gained some weight. Maybe not a lot of weight actually, but I got squishy. I got a little bit softer, and I wasn't so toned anymore. So I really didn't like that, and I knew that I wanted to do something. So now, actually, I'm still at a bank, but I am at a clerical position, so I sit all day. So now I'm not even standing anymore. I'm sitting all day. So, and I got that job before I started my fitness journey with Beachbody as well. So I just started feeling like I really need to do something. I really need to change something. So I ended up, like I tried, some of the different videos you can get at Target. I would try it. Maybe I think the longest I lasted was about 2 weeks, and then I didn't keep up with it. I would do it consistently for a while and feel really good because I was exercising and I really liked it, and then I would not do it for a couple days, and then all the motivation was gone, and I didn't continue it. So then it'd be weeks, months before I even tried to start it again. So then my coach posted something on Facebook. I don't even remember what it said. It was something about she could help me with my fitness goals. And so I messaged her. And at this point, we went to high school together, but at this point, she moved to a different state. So I messaged her and I said, how can you help? Like, can you help me, or do I have to live in the same state that you do? I'm just curious about this. What is it? So then that's when she started telling me about the Beachbody products and how she could coach me because it's all online. and she told me that she had a challenge group coming up. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I got P90X3. I didn't do the Shakeology yet because in my eyes it was a little bit too expensive. We didn't really like to spend, well, we still don't like to spend money a lot. Like, we're savers. We like to try and save. So I saw, just being a fresh new customer, I saw the price of Shakeology, and I didn't see it broken down for me. I just saw the price, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that, but I'll get the P90X3 because that's a workout program, and I'll do that. So I did it, and I was part of the challenge group, and that was the first time that I have ever completed an entire program, and this was a 90-day program. Sure, I did miss a couple days here and there, and you did have your one rest day, so I took my rest day on Sundays. But even if I did miss a day, I had to own up to it in my challenge group. So I had to tell the other people that were in my challenge group that, hey, I missed this day. But a lot of times I would make it up the next day because I didn't want to tell them that I just missed it completely because they're doing it too and they didn't miss it. So why is it okay for me to miss it? So I would do double the next day. Or even if the next day didn't work, like a couple days later, I would at least make it up within that week. Or I would work out on my Sunday, my day off, the rest day. So after that challenge group, I absolutely loved it. I loved the community, all the people in like the support groups. I absolutely loved the product, the P90X3, and I just had so much faith in it because it helped me so much, and I had great results from it. Like I said, I didn't really need to lose weight, but I definitely lost inches, and I could definitely see definition, and I toned up a whole lot in just that 90 days. I didn't really change a lot of my eating habits. Since then I have. That's the part that I still kind of struggle with, but I have since then. But then I decided, actually at first I started telling everybody about this. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Look at my results. I had my before and afters right on my phone. And a girl I work with was like, oh my gosh, I want that. Help me get that. So I told my coach, I was like, hey, this girl is going to be coming to you, because I loved working with my coach and everything. So I was like, this girl's going to be coming to you. She wants a program. Like, maybe you can help her. And then a little bit later, like a day or so later, I was like, I had another person that wanted to get in on it, and she wanted to change her life too. So I messaged my coach again, and I said, hey, I got another person, like, sweet, she's coming to you. And my coach was like, well, if you're pretty much doing what I do, so have you ever thought of coaching? And I was like, well, actually I have thought about it because I don't know, I usually just think of those types of things. If I go to a jewelry party, I think about selling the jewelry. I always just think about it, but I never actually do it. So I told her I thought about it, and I asked her some questions, and she answered all of them. I talked to my husband about it. I prayed about it, and a couple days later, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And it was I just wanted to do it mainly for, I didn't even want to do it as much like as part-time as she does. I wanted to do it just as a referral. Like, if somebody wanted it, yeah, cool. And then maybe I'll run a challenge group here and there. Let's try it out. Then I started seeing all these top coaches and how much the financial aspect has changed their lives. One of my upline coaches is, she always talks about how she was a bartender. She had a baby a couple months early, a lot of medical issues. She had to go through bankruptcy, and now she's $1 million earner with Beachbody, and it's 4 years later. So it can definitely change people's lives. So I started seeing this, and I thought, that's what I want. I want to do that. So then I decided that I wanted to do this full time, and I'm not there yet, but that's what I'm working towards. And I plan to eventually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay home from work from home by being a Beachbody coach. So how it so far has changed my life is, well, definitely the fitness and the health aspect of it. I am a lot more conscious of what I eat. Now I've done quite a few different programs, and I have done the 21 Day Fix nutrition plan. And that's my go-to plan, my go-to nutrition plan, because it's so simple and easy to follow. And I have learned so much from just doing that, just seeing what I should eat. When people ask me, like, what should I be eating? I think back, okay, you should probably have this many containers, and this is what can fit in the containers. But instead of telling them in terms of containers, I tell them in terms of actually what it is, carbs, veggies, whatever it is. So, I have done a lot of research, and I'm continuously doing research on food. I'm buying books. I bought a few paleo books. Actually, they're free on my Kindle. I didn't buy them. I just downloaded them on my Kindle. I did buy The Body Book by Cameron Diaz, and that was really good. I'm still reading that one. But I just am continuously learning about different ways that I can help my health. And as far as the fitness aspect, I'm not going to say I haven't missed a day, because I do miss days here and there, but I have been working out at least 5 days a week since April of 2014, which is when, actually January of 2014, which is when I started with Beachbody. In April, I started as a coach. And when I started as a coach, by the way, I forgot to say, I did start Shakeology, and I almost haven't missed a day of Shakeology since then, because there are so many great health benefits to it. I used to have migraines. I still get them once in a while. I used to get about 2 a week. Now I get about once a month. So sometimes the weather plays a little bit of a bigger part in that, but usually mainly it's down to once a month. So that is something that Shakeology has done for me. It's also a great meal replacement. I used to either miss breakfast, or on my way to work I would stop at Speedway and I would get a piece of pizza and a Mountain Dew, and that was my breakfast. So I definitely have gotten healthier in that I just don't have that pizza and Mountain Dew anymore. I have my chocolate Shakeology, which tastes delicious, and it's my healthiest meal of the day. So I am completely for Shakeology, I guess. I believe in it, and I believe in the Beachbody products, so that's why I continue to help people. I have, I think, about 60 or so challengers right now, so people that have been in my challenge groups or have gotten just advice from me and programs, the Beachbody programs or Shakeology, and that also just feels really good to be able to know that I'm helping these people, and I can be kind of a go-to fitness and nutrition person. So when people have questions, even if they just see me on Facebook, they'll ask, like, hey, I see that you're into yoga, because I've gotten really into yoga. I see that you're into yoga. Can you help me out with some beginner yoga poses? So I went ahead and I made a blog and a YouTube video of just some of my favorite beginner yoga poses. I'm not a professional or anything or an instructor. I just like to help people. So I really just wanted to do that for that person that asked me about that. So now I have a lot of people asking me that, actually, the more I post yoga pictures. So I just send them right to that blog post and say, hey, here's some that you can start with, and then just give them whatever other tips that I have. I also had people asking me about nutrition, just because they see my posts on Facebook and they just know that, I've done my research and I'm continuously learning, so they think that I can help them, and that's awesome. It's a great feeling to know that I can help them, and that's just, I don't know, it just makes it all worth it. So I hope that this helped. I hope I didn't ramble too much. It looks like it's just under 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do want to be a coach, or you want any more information about being a coach on my team, the Desire to Inspire team, or if you would like to be a challenger and just learn some more about the Beachbody products, or be in part of my challenge groups or anything, I will put all my information in the description below. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.